Hello everyone, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV and welcome to the sunny beaches of Portugal. Delightful stuff here. I've been quiet the last couple of days on holiday here. Obviously yesterday, loads of people messaging me about down Ashworth, climbing up these little steps here. It's a little rooftop barn, we'll do it up here, try and get away from the wind a little bit. And oh, this looks nice, don't it? Actually, we can do it here. And I've no idea I'm meant to be in here, but we'll see what happens. But we'll get to my message to Man U fans and the media soon. Oh, we're playing music. Oh, if that doesn't get copyrighted. If it does, then it does. Who cares? So I'm going to give a message. Shut down some Man U fans. Shut down the mainstream media soon about Dan Ashworth because I am sick of it. And there's going to be a happy rant today because I'm very happy, very blessed, having a good time here in Portugal for the first time ever in this country. I absolutely love it. It's glorious. We've struck gold with the weather. Should be about 18, 19, so it should be nice as you can tell. A little bit sunburnt there, eh? Bit red. Deary me. But it's 22. It is 22. I've been here since Sunday now, but I am back for Arsenal away on Saturday. I'll be there at the Emirates, so stay tuned for those videos. And I am at Blackburn away on Tuesday, and obviously the podcast would normally be tonight on a Tuesday night, but I'm in Portugal, so we can't be at Anarchy Brewery tonight, but we'll be back next Wednesday at 7 because Tuesday I'll be at Ewood Park. So let's talk about Dan Ashworth and let's talk about what came out yesterday. Officially placed on garden leave, officially left Newcastle. Really, Darren Eales has thanked him for his efforts. You would have seen his statement. If not, have a look on the website because there's no editing going on this video. I'm just going to quickly get this out for you, and that's the way it's going to be. Because look at that backdrop. You don't need pictures of Eales or Ashworth, do you? When you've got that. Apologies if anyone's getting jealous, but look forward to summer anyways. I was sick of the crappy weather in England. Had to get a nice little few days away. Well earned after that busy January, even though we didn't sign anyone. And whose fault was that? Ashworth, not really. FFP. But we're going to talk about Ashworth signings everything soon. But like I said, Eales statement yesterday saying he's left the club, thanks for his efforts, all of that, but he's placed on garden leave and we essentially await the fee from Manchester United, which could be as high as £20 million according to several reports, which is insane for a director of football. Even if he was working miracles, which he hasn't really, which we're getting to soon, I would take it all day long. 20 million for a director of football, what the hell's going on? That was a record signing of Mike Ashley. Do you mean that was a record signing for Newcastle United not so long ago? So I would take that, no doubt about it. But obviously there was talk, was it 6 million, 10 million. Manchester United, Dave came out and it's in the Express that they're saying, we're not going to be held to ransom and they're willing to look elsewhere for a director of football if an agreement can't be reached. Well, I'll tell you what, remember good old Jesse Lingard, wanting £15 million for a loan signing when Newcastle were desperate for him when we were on the relegation threat, a couple of years back when Lingard was in that purple patch. Well, we didn't do you didn't do us any favours, so we're not going to give you any favours, yeah? No chance. So that's that one, and you'll have to pay it if you want it. You know what I mean? He's on a contract with us. He's got that clause. He's got that thing where fair enough, he's on garden leave now, but you have to reach it, Man United. We're not just going to, you want our director of football? Yeah, the one who's meant to be here for the next 10 years and help us build our club back after this takeover. Oh, yeah, there you go. Need bother. Take him. Might couple million, maybe, if you want. You don't have to. What a load of nonsense. What a load of nonsense, honestly, man. Of course, we're going to hold out for a bigger deal, and I'm getting the real feeling that at the club nobody's really bothered. Eddie Howe in his press conference wasn't that bothered. Darren Eales didn't seem that bothered. The smallest statement for someone leaving ever. I've seen bigger statements when Brucey got sacked. Do you know what I mean? So who cares? I'm saying we don't care, and I don't now. At the start when it first came out, I thought that's not ideal. I don't want him to go to Man U. I'm a bit gutted about that. When I really looked at it, I've been sitting on this beach all day, as you can tell, red as out, like the Red Devils. But I've been sitting here on the beach, burning up in my head, thinking about it, and I've came to the conclusion I'm not arsed one single bit. I'm really not about Dan Ashworth. I think he is getting portrayed to be way bigger and better than he is, and I think we fell for it. I think Newcastle fans have fell for it when we got excited when he came. I think Manchester United fans are massively falling for it now, and this is my message to those deluded Man United fans, because they are in my comments all the time now on the Ashworth video, and even on different videos on my Instagram, the Magpie channel, everything, saying, salty, unlucky, small club, tiny, put-in plot club, Man United are back, Newcastle are going to be dead forever. You just need to grow up, honestly. You just clearly haven't got a clue about football, clearly have not got a clue about football, because realistically, Dan Ashworth hasn't done that much at Newcastle. He hasn't had the time to. He literally hasn't had the time to do that much, to be honest with you, because he's only been here 20 odd months, was it? Do you know what I mean? So he hasn't had the time to reap the rewards of his hard work. What we have seen is his most recent transfer window being a massive fail. Obviously in January we couldn't say anyone because of FFP, but in the summer, just gone, last year, failed. The objective was to get us ready for Champions League football, and that massively, massively failed. Simply as that. It really is as simple as that. Lewis Hall, 30 odd million. Apparently the rumour is now as well that, you know, that was his signing. Eddie Howe didn't really fancy him that much, and that's kind of shown by Eddie Howe not playing him at all. The 30 million left back can't get on the bench for a 30-odd-year-old Dan Burn. I know Tino can't either, like. But, you know, even in that injury crisis, Lewis Hall, that 30 million could have been spent on a forward, could have been spent on someone much better, you know, that we could have actually used. I've just mentioned Tino there. I love Tino. I think it's a great signing. Again, kind of getting the team. Sandro Tonali, one of the worst signings so far in history. He will come good. He will be a baller. I love Sandro. Really, really rate him. But obviously, the lack of due diligence. You know, I was on other shows, sorry, you know, the radio stations. All I was getting was pelters like, oh, Newcastle didn't do the due diligence, unlucky. We don't feel sorry for you that you just spent 55 million on Italian international and he gets done for gambling. All your fault, that. Guess whose fault that was then? Dan Ashworth, Man United fans. That was Dan Ashworth's doing, yeah? So that window there was a flop. And the one before that, yes, obviously Anthony Gordon, he played a big part in that. But really, before Anthony Gordon, he didn't really do much, to be honest with you. Yes, he's working on the infrastructure, yes, he's working on the academy, and I've said in previous videos, you know, he does deserve some respect for that. But you've got mainstream media, here's me mainstream media rant. You've got them saying, you know, oh, Ashworth was responsible for Bruno Guimaraes. I couldn't believe it when I heard that in Sky Sports. They were saying on there, oh, well, you know, Ashworth signed some big players to Newcastle, look at how well Bruno's done. Bruno arrived in the January, Ashworth arrived in the February. And then they talk about Botman. Botman was scouted for years. He was linked under the previous regime, not even the takeover. Other players like Alexander Isak. Isak was signed weeks after Dan Ashworth's arrival. You think Dan Ashworth came in and went, oh yeah, Isak, sign him? No. Again, we were doing work before that. Long before Ashworth, we were doing work on these players. Andy Howe, you know, Eddie's nephew, who's head of scouting there, and all the scouts, they deserve all the credit for those signings, really. Ashworth's goal, and any director of footballer's goal, is long-term of the football club. It's infrastructure, it's academy, it's the setup, it's the women's team, all of that. And I'm not bothered, you know what I mean? We will get someone else, and there'll be many quality directors of football out there that will want to take Newcastle United to the next level. So who cares about Dan Ashworth? Do you know what I mean? Dan Ashworth can easily get replaced, and he will get replaced. And now the funny thing is obviously Newcastle replaced him on garden leave, told him that he has to leave. He's going to be, you know, 2 years he might be doing it with his garden. His garden will be bigger than this beach in 2 years' time. That's what it could be. And then you see that, and you think, well, you can enjoy your 2 years if Man United don't pay the fee, or Man United pay the fee, and he has to go. Fair enough. I hope Man U do pay the fee and we get something for him. Or at the same time, it's funny if they just let him rot. It's funny if they just let him rot in a sense. So that's the Dan Ashworth stuff for me. That's enough for me. I'm going to get back to burning up on the beach, go back to the hotel, enjoy myself tonight's Portuguese scran and beers tonight. Cheers for watching, everyone. Drop your comments below. Even you salty Man U fans and you deluded Man United fans, drop them in there. And trust me, I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's only one United in the Premier League now, and it's Newcastle United. See you later.